guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me using a bunch of new makeup. I have the new Shiseido skin tint, although I don't know if it's going to work for me. Some products that I picked up in hauls, lots of things that have been sent to me. I've got this drawer here in my makeup space that I just put new products that I want to include in videos, so I just went and picked out basically a full face. Like I said, some of them are new, some new to me, but if you enjoy this type of video, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I have here is a new primer from Clarins. It is their Instant Smooth. Ooh, I haven't even opened this. Look how swirly it is in there. I like that. It's the little things, you know? I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this. It feels a little moussey. I'm not sure how it's going to work with the tint underneath. It also came with like a little scoopy thing. And I was like, I'm going to use it, because it fell out of the box, but I literally have lost it already. Feels a little bit silicone-y, so we'll see how it works with the Shiseido skin tint. I will say I went into Hudson's Bay to pick up the, so what I'm talking about here is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Tint. And I'm such a huge fan of this foundation. I'll put a little link up here and down below if you want to see the review. I think it is such a fabulous foundation. The formula, the wear time, the way it looks on the skin, and the color match for my skin is chef's kiss. So I was really excited when someone commented on one of my videos. I believe it was Danny. Was it you, Danny? And told me about this. When I went in store, I saw that it only had, I'm going to say 8 to 10 shades, and this is the deepest one. So that is really incredibly disappointing to me, especially from a brand like Shiseido, because they do have a good shade range in their other products. They're under the same umbrella as NARS, which has a really great shade range. And the person working there said that if I like the NARS tinted moisturizer, that I would like this. And I absolutely love the NARS tinted moisturizer. That's one of my favorite products of all time. Now, the shade that was below this seemed too light. This shade seemed like it might be a little bit too dark. So let's get it on my skin and see what happens. This is in the shade 335 medium. And of course the person at the store was like, well, they're kind of testing it out. And I get it. That's what every brand says. But like, test it out and actually see what happens and give us like enough shades to be able to, for all ranges, to be able to test out and see how it sells. But let me see how this works. I'm definitely, like, my face is quite a bit lighter now. I've been using like a facial self-tanner and a body self-tanner, and I've really been quite enjoying this refried beans. I've really been enjoying this refi brush. And I know this is going to be a little bit deep for me, but I think if I use this brush that's a little bit lighter and bring it down my neck, it will work. But I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed to see the shade range, even if they do increase it in time. It was just very disappointing because the Synchro Skin Concealer also is one of my favorites. But let me know what you guys think about that kind of thing. Like, I know that we're always asking for brands to do better, and then when they do better, sometimes people are like, well, I'm not going to buy from, you know, for example, like Physicians Formula or other brands that have historically not had like great shade ranges, and then they come out with a better range and people are like, I'm still not buying it. And like, absolutely, like, you have every right to do what you want with your money, and that's how you use your voice when it comes to these kinds of things for the most part. But for me as a creator, I like to still try the products. I don't know, maybe I'm a sucker. So in just doing this really lightly, I think it looks good, but I barely put any on. I mean, right off the bat, I would just say if you're looking for something that's a high-end tinted moisturizer, just go for the NARS based on the shade range alone. But I'm going to use this here today. Got a pimple here that I picked at. Oopsie. And isn't this shirt cute? I've been trying to link my shirts below in the past few videos because they're all newish from Dynamite. This one is from Zara, from the sale rack, so who knows what's on their website, and their website is nuts, okay? It's impossible to find anything, but I'll try and link it below if I can. So So this is definitely very, very lightweight, not a ton of coverage, but it does look really nice and light on the skin. It feels really light. The product itself actually, like when I was putting it out on my hand, seems a little bit thicker than a tinted moisturizer, but on the skin it's really acting quite nice. It doesn't give me a lot of coverage, but it's not really supposed to. Then for my concealer, this is a newer brand and I've seen them at Sephora and it showed up in my mailbox. And I don't know if this shade is even going to work, but it's Rose Ink and this is their concealer. Nice chunky doe foot applicator. I had never heard of them, but yeah, like I said, they seem to do some makeup and some skincare. I took a brief look at their range when I was in Sephora the other day, but really didn't look that closely. I don't know if they have a foundation or anything yet, but they seem to have a couple, like there's a lip product and I have a toner, a couple of different things. This is in the shade LX90. They did a pretty good job. It's maybe a little bit lighter, but I'm going to go over with my brush again and just do that. But this is a very lightweight product, and so is the Shiseido, so I'm going to actually use its lightness to lighten up the center of my face a bit. I don't think I'm going to build that up anymore just because of the color. Just going to pat it over there. Now I've got a couple of cream products I'm so excited to try. Firstly, if you saw a recent Sephora haul, oops, sorry for kicking you. I did a recent Sephora haul on Instagram, which I'll link down below, and I picked up the new Rare Beauty bronzer sticks, but I had gotten a shade that was too deep. But what I will say, that's so delightful because that means that the shade goes nice and deep, and that's not even the deepest shade. So I did happen to get a PR package from them right after the fact because I wanted to buy this shade in store, Always Sunny, but they didn't have it. So that's Always Sunny. And then I also have the shade Full of Life. So Always Sunny is right here, if you can see. And then Full of Life. I have to say, I was really not impressed with the Rare Beauty foundation or concealer. They were fine. I loved the liquid highlighter. I think it's beautiful. And I love the liquid blush. Thought that was great. Mascara, phenomenal. Now this cream bronzer, I'm thinking it's going to be good too. So Selena didn't really impress me much at first, but now I'm like, okay, Selena, you might be onto something. I'm gonna use the shade Always Sunny. I think that's gonna be the best match. And then using my Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush brush to kind of blend it out. I love bronzing my forehead. Okay, this is a lot of color. I probably only needed one stripe. I might go back in with that concealer in the middle of my forehead. But yeah, lots of new foundations to review. I just reviewed the new Charlotte Tilbury, so I'll link that down below. The NARS one is to come. I will review this Shiseido now that I know it's like an okay match. I also have this. This is what I was going to use today if the Shiseido didn't match. I know it's not particularly new, but it's new to me. The Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation, so I definitely want to review that. Someone also mentioned to me the Jaclyn, in my comment section, the Jaclyn, is it a foundation or something? I've never heard of that brand. Or is that Jaclyn Hill? Or am I out of the loop? I don't really follow Jaclyn Hill, so like what she's up to, you know. But I don't think she came out with a foundation range because I feel like I would have seen it on Twitter. I feel like people would have had something to say. I really like that. Full of color, easily blendable, really nice. Just a dot of that concealer there. Just because that foundation was so warm. Try not to flip you off by using like my whole hand here. Oh, and I have to say, I'm probably up. I mean, I could use it today. Update on this. What is it with these products? The Glowish by Huda Beauty Deep Tan Bronzing Powder. First of all, I was like, they're so cute. They're minis. I love how small they made them. I bought the minis. I realized that when I was going to link to the product. This bronzer sucks. Like, I bought the shade below it, didn't work. This shade didn't work. How is this deep tan? It's like a peachy blush. I don't get it. Anyways, the other products that I want to use, so I have Danessa Myricks here. I bought a bunch of her products, maybe in a Sephora haul last year, mid last year, who knows, it could have been 2020. And I didn't really do a great picks of my shades, but I do have this Vision Flush kind of color product, so I'm going to use this on my cheeks. I think this is kind of like a you can do it anywhere sort of thing. And like I mentioned in my last Get Ready With Me, I have been placing my cheek products up a little bit higher. This is supposed to be for cream blush, so let's see. I also still have the tag on this shirt, not because I plan on returning it, but because it doesn't have like a rip-offable tag, and I was like, I don't know where my scissors are, and it's touching me. And I also never film in long sleeves, and I am sweating. I don't know how I feel about this brush. I don't hate it. I like what it's doing on my face. Like, it's spreading the product, it's not picking it up too much. This product, by the way, has tons of color in it. Really, I knew they were going to start vacuuming my hallway. I knew it! I think I put too much. I put enough, just enough on this side and a little too much on this side. These are pretty! I'm going to just take, I still love this brush so much. Wet n Wild Rose brush. It still exists. Buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it. So soft, so good for foundation, so good for creams. Oh, it's phenomenal. And then from Fenty, so excited to try these Liquid Kilowatts Hustla Baby, obviously. It's my favorite highlighter ever in powder formation. That's what it looks like. Really pretty. I gotta do another video on my favorite cream highlighters. I think I've done one already. There's so many good ones. Took back what I said about flipping you off. You get it now. But I gotta say how happy I am to be back on YouTube. I want to be doing 3 videos a week again, be consistent on Instagram, and yeah, I'm just so glad to be back. That's stunning. I don't have a new under eye powder, but I bought this one from Tatcha, and I haven't really used it much. So why don't we use it today? And I actually had a dream a little while ago that I met Taylor Swift, and I asked her what her favorite skincare brand was, and it was Tatcha. So if you want to believe Dream Taylor, then that is her favorite skincare brand. I mean, that feels right. I feel like she would use Tatcha. But who knows? That was just Dream Taylor. I don't want to get sued for slander or like, I don't know, making up stuff. Okay, so that's what's going under my eyes. Also, I was talking recently about how I cracked my Makeup Revolution powder and I was so sad because that was my favorite under eye. But I forgot how much I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish for my under eye too. For my setting powder, Rare Beauty also sent along this setting powder. This is cute. This is the inside here, and it has a little R there. I like that. Nice little detail. This is medium. It looks quite warm. It's gonna be warm today, everybody. Oh, this looks really warm and red. I'm gonna go lightly with this. I had some comments saying that this brush looked nice and fluffy the other day. This is the Ultimate Powder Brush from Quo, Canadian brand. Okay, now I'm gonna move you in for my eyes. I was really excited over the holidays. Mented Cosmetics reached out, and I'm not sure if they shipped to Canada yet. I'll have to look into that. And they also sent me this little sample thing of all of their shades, so I need to figure out what my shade is going to be in their foundation, and I hope the implication is that they're going to send it to me so I can review it, because I went on their website a while ago and put my whole cart together, figured it all out, and then it was like, we don't ship to Canada, and I was like, what? Anyways, they since have at least shipped to me. I don't know if that's going to be helpful for all of you. Sure about it. But this is the Mented Everyday Eyeshadow Palette. Super, super pretty. So I'm going to bring you in to do my eyes. Why don't we go crazy and use a real eyeshadow primer today? Why not, you know? I'm going to use the Lancome Prime It, Boost It All Day Shadow Intensifier Base. Normally I just use my concealer. I have no problem with that. Just want to mix it up. Oh my god, I just missed my eye for you a little bit. So this is a really pretty kind of everyday eyeshadow palette, as I mentioned, but I like that it gives you like this reddish shade, a little bit of peachy, some shimmers, some mattes. a nice variety. I do wish there was like kind of a highlighty shade, especially because for deeper skin tones I find like a creamy highlight shade is hard to come by. But I'm going to take this shade right here. Ooh, very powdery. Can you see my messy desk? And I'm just going to run this through my crease. I watched a video the other day. I don't think it was on TikTok. Feels like a Facebook video that ended up on Instagram. But somebody took the corner of like, you know, like how you get, say, cold and flu medication. It comes in kind of like a foil pack and you pop out the pill. Someone took the corner of one of those, glued it to a Q-tip perhaps, and then stamped it in makeup and used it to do a wing liner. Won't be me. Will never be me. I hate DIY. I hate DIY for the most part. When it comes to like that kind of stuff, even like when, you know, people like, you break makeup and people are like, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. First of all, it never goes back the way that it was to begin with. Normally I'm just going to get frustrated and it just ends up being a waste of my time. There's certain things that I just have no patience for. I'm very patient for certain things, but like piddly, hands-on stuff, no. That's not my strong suit. Know your strengths, you know? I have a friend from Newfoundland, one of my oldest friends since I was 2. And she's really good at that kind of stuff. Like she does fashion design, sewing, all kinds of great stuff. And she's really great at untangling necklaces. And I swear at one point I brought home necklaces from Toronto to her to untangle. And she did it like she wanted to, you know, she likes it. I didn't make her do it. Well, I made her do it, but I'm going to take this shade right here. She also, she would come over at Christmas time, and when my grandmother and I were decorating the Christmas tree, she was in charge of untangling the lights. And she came over this year, actually. It was really sweet when I was home for Christmas, and she gave birth on December 28th, but oh, just got myself in the eye. But she came over and helped us decorate the tree, but just a little bit because she was like heavily pregnant. We didn't make her untangle the lights or anything. I'm like, did it work? Do I want to do anything shimmery? I don't think I do. I'm just going to take this shade here. It might have like, oh my goodness, these are very powdery. Take a little bit and put this deeper brown in the center. And then I'm going to take the darkest brown in the palette on a flat definer brush. And I'm not really going to line my lashes, but just kind of messily, because that's the only way I know how to do it. Just to add a little bit of depth. And like, I'm not doing like a liner, just adding it into my crease a little bit on the outside and flicking it up. Just to add that depth. Also, if you watch my What I Eat in a Day video, I was talking about these cookies that I'm obsessed with since October. They're from this brand called Goody Girls. And they're kind of like wanting to be, not wanting to be, but like it, and I don't want to say an imitation of, but like they're reminiscent of like Girl Scout cookies, Girl Guide cookies, depending on where you live. And they have these mint cookies that I've been eating every day. And you can't buy them in Canada like anywhere besides HomeSense and Winners. So every time I go, I'm stocking up, and I go to buy a bunch of them the other night. Personally, I go to buy 4 boxes. Okay, whoops. But I got nervous, you know, I love them so much. There's only so many things you can hold on to nowadays. Keeping me going. And they changed the packaging and it says now mintier. I go to buy 4 boxes and she's like, oh, actually I charged you for 5. Do you want to go grab another one? And I was like, well, I guess so. No problem doing that. Let me tell you, they've changed the cookies. And I'm so upset. They're starting to grow on me. But they're not like they once were. Why do you do that? Makes me so sad. Such is life. Okay. For mascara, I'm going to use this new one. I'm really sad, honestly, that I'm not using the Charlotte Tilbury mascara because I love it so much. But I should mix it up, try something new. This is the Annabelle Super Swerve Supreme Mascara. I'm not sure when this came out. Like I said, I kind of grabbed all this stuff from my, oh, I don't know about this, guys. That is a super swerve if I've ever seen one. Let's see. See what you're made of. I tend to like Annabelle and Marcel mascaras. It's a Canadian brand. But this feels like it has like no product on it. Like it's not loaded up enough. Because I actually don't mind this. Swervetacular brush. As the kids would say, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I don't hate it, but where's Charlotte? Charlotte! It really like grabs your lashes, it really defines them. Actually makes them look really fluffy. Really nice. And like no risk of clump here, but I just need a more full lash, so I'm sorry. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. You know what I mean? Oh god, it's so good. Okay, so moving on to bronzer. I picked this up because I love the highlight so much that I got in my recent Sephora haul, which I'll link down below. I also love the packaging so much. I love this kind of creamy beige color. I love that it's like quilted and cushy. So nice. But this is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze. This is in 6 Amber Bronze. It's quite a deep color. It's on the cooler tone side, it looks. I have not tried this yet. I just grabbed this at Sephora the other day when I went back to exchange. A couple of things that were the wrong shade. I really love Dior makeup. Of all the high-end brands, I would say Dior, Gucci, those are definitely my favorites. Firstly, because the shade range is quite good in both of their lines, but also the quality and the packaging and stuff. It's really nice if you want to invest in like luxury. I like this a lot. Been loving the highlight. I'll use it today too. I have a blush that has some highlighter in it, so I wanted to see how that looked on its own, but I'll probably use that Dior highlight too, just so you can see it. I feel like my under eyes are looking a little light. Just gonna bronze like that a little. Then for highlighter, oh, my eyebrows. I wanted to use this and see what happened. It scares me. Does it have a... Okay, so this is the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and it's got a waterproof pencil and an ink stain on it, and this is in the shade Brown Sugar. It looks like there, very kind of cool toned. And then, oh, ink stain is so much darker. I don't love that. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't fill in my brows very often. I like the color of this, but I don't like the color of the ink stain. I've heard great things about the ink stain, but if anything, I think that ink stain should be lighter because it's just a product that you'll be a little bit more heavy-handed with, and it's a little harder to manage. So, and I get having like potentially 2 different shades in there for different depth and creating shadows, things like that, but a couple of swipes. I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to jinx it. For my eyebrow gel, I'm so excited to try this. So this is actually from the NYX collaboration with the Sex Education show that's on Netflix. By the way, do I need to watch that? By the way, I've been watching Euphoria. So good. I'm only on season 1 though. Almost about to finish it. So this is their Instant Brow Styler, and I guess because it's the collaboration with Sex Education, it's called the Bush Tamer. I don't think it's always called that, right? But I've been wanting to try this. And I've been quite enjoying, I know I keep bringing up that Sephora haul, I'll link it below, but the Kosas eyebrow gel I've been really liking. So that's exciting. The Patrick Ta one I still need to spend some time with. And the way that I can tell if I like an eyebrow gel is if I don't notice it. Because I'm so used to being able to put on the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter and not think about it. But if I have a brow gel, then my brow starts to fall or gets out of place. That's when I notice, oh, this isn't gonna work for me. This gives me huge brows. I love how fluffy they look. It feels like it's gonna keep them in place, so this is exciting. I love that the brow like lamination and all that kind of stuff has come in, because although I'm not a brow laminator, I do enjoy that look for the most part, and that was kind of why I really was enjoying the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter over other brow gels, because it acted differently. I was like, I don't want color, I want hold and some fluff and some like volume. I thought this blush was so pretty that Mented sent me. They sent me two actually. Another one is a really beautiful, where's that, deep shade. Oh, right in front of me. This is in the shade Clay Too Much. I think that is so pretty. I'm not going to wear that today, but I think that's so nice. I am going to wear this lighter peachy shade that has some gold in it in Peach for the Stars. So I'll put this on and see. This might be one of those blushes that's a great like blush highlight, but I just hope it shows up peachy enough. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, really nice. I love that. And then, like I said, for a highlighter, so you'll see a little bit of the difference in the two packaging. So this is the bronzer. It's more kind of matte. What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of quilted, cushiony. And then this is the highlighter in Nude Glow, and it has a little bit more sheen to it. Because there's a shade that was more gold, and I was like, should I have gotten that? But I think this one has a pretty unique color. And I wouldn't have necessarily grabbed for this today because everything is quite warm, but I want to show it to you. And I know I have that Mented blush on, but it's really pretty. I'm going to put it in my inner corner actually as well. Just a smidgen. I always like taking my inner corner shade and kind of bringing it up. Then to set my face, I'm going to use this from Florence by Mills, which is Millie Bobby Brown's line, available at Shoppers now. Let me just do a mist check. Okay, it's nice and misty, but slightly aggressive, so. Oh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that mist. Then for my lips, I've got a couple of newish lipsticks from Makeup Forever. I won't say I can't say that I love the packaging. Like, it's cool. It's very cool, but I don't know. What I'm going to do is mix maybe 3 shades together. Let's see how this goes. So I have the first shade. It's the Rouge Artist Shine On Lipsticks. This is an Ideal Chai. I like the sound of that. I'll put this all over my lips. No lip liner today. Let's see what happens. Then I'm going to use Blazing Flame. This is my first time trying these. Which is like an orange. You can hear Emily drinking. And then, because I never use less than 3 lip products essentially, I have Joyful Petal, and I want to put this right in the center. No, I messed this up. I messed it up. No, it's too coral. Okay, I've got 2 of these kind of brownie nudes. Let's see. Jubilant Caramel. Ooh, that's pretty. And then Jubilant Caramel. Huh? They sent me the 2 of the same. Okay, Jubilant Caramel it is. They were like, we'll pick for you. Oh, I like this. Yeah. And as usual, whenever I switch a lip, I never do it right, but this is what I want. Okay. Okay, so here is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. I was quite worried about that Shiseido tint, thinking it was going to be far too dark, but I think it worked out considering how I worked it down my neck and things like that. But definitely if you tend to be like my more like kind of winter shade without self-tan and things like that, it may be a little bit too dark for you. It's definitely a situation where previously I would have mixed those 2 shades together, but like it's a $60 skin tint and you don't really want to have to do that. But I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with everything I tried. Standouts, the Fenty highlighter, I thought that was gorgeous. Really into the Rare Beauty stick. This lipstick I love. The Mented blush I love. The eyeshadow came out gorgeous. Excited about the Dior highlight. I mean, honestly, everything came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it all came together. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!